So I left Standing Indian Shelter. I've been climbing about the last mile and a half. Up here it says there's a Standing Indian Mountain. So the shelter's down there, so it makes sense for it to be over there. But I don't know. Because here's the other side. There's some mountains over there as well. I don't know if you can hear the wind. Ooh. I have every layer on. It dropped down into the 20th last night. Here, I'll turn this back around. Ooh. It dropped into the 20s last night. The wind has been howling up here. I'm climbing this morning for a couple of miles and then I go down. So here's my plan for today. Let me back up. I didn't make it into the video yesterday. I got in after dark. I took too many breaks and took off at 10 because I was waiting for it to warm up. So I got in after dark because the days are so short right now. So dark is like 6-ish. So I got in after dark, set my tent up, and then I was just discouraged with my tent again, ate some food and went to bed. My husband is going to send me my big Agnes. I'm done with this tent. He can throw it in the fireplace when he gets it back home if he wants to. But get my big Agnes, that's gonna go so much better at the end of the day. It's just so much easier to set up, and yeah. So but yeah, yesterday, to kind of summarize yesterday, did about 11 miles. It was chilly. I think it was in the 30s. Oh, sorry, my mouth is frozen. So I did about 11. About 3,500 of elevation gain. Lots of rocks, some downed trees to go around, snow, iced up streams. So I carried, probably about 4 liters of water into camp. I didn't need to. There were a few streams that weren't frozen that I could have gotten closer. But I wasn't sure. There's no comments and far out, so made the decision to carry it, which was hard on my knees and feet because of the extra weight. Ooh, that's pretty. Maybe this is the Standing Indian. Okay, this is frozen, so I'm not getting too close. I don't know if you can see the ground. It's wet underneath there, and it's frozen underneath, so I don't want to slide down that. But maybe that's Standing Indian Mountain. It's pretty. I'm not sure what it is. This area is beautiful up here, but yeah, I'm not walking down any further because, you know, you've seen how life plays out for me. So 11 yesterday, carried lots of water, made it to camp after dark. Yeah, we're running into snow, as you can see. So my plan for today, so that was yesterday. Today, I'm going to take some layers off here if I keep climbing. Oh, that hurt. So I'm assuming I'm almost done climbing, and then I'm just going to have to put the layers back on, so I'm trying not to sweat so I don't get all my layers wet and then get cold. So I'm hoping to make it to the top here with my clothes and then just head down with them. So today's plan is I need to go into Franklin. I woke up about 4 o'clock this morning and tried to figure out what I'm going to do. I need to get there. I've got some family stuff I need to deal with. Ooh, check this out. Ew. Almost an unrestricted view right here. Pretty. Okay, back to the trail. I'm gonna have a shuttle pick me up at Rock Gap today, so that puts me at about 19.8 miles with about under 4,000 of elevation gain. I should be able to do it in a timely fashion. I'm not sure because we've got the 100-mile mark with the climb to get up to the tower as well. So, but I'm being told there's quite a bit of downhill on this, which is not always a selling point for me because it's hard on my knees, but you know, we'll see how it goes. So anyways, back to my story. I'm going to get picked up at Rock Gap, hopefully by the end of the day when I get this finished. I will be taken into Franklin. I've added an extra day onto the Grove. So tonight and tomorrow night. And I will stay there and see what's needed with said family situation. So this is the trail. Just kind of slowly making my way uphill. And then I go downhill, and then I go uphill, and then I have to go downhill, and then a little uphill, and then downhill. Oh, if you can imagine that. I was griping about the ups and downs with the hubby. He's like, you know, you're on a hike, right? Well, you know, some days I'd like to just be on a walk, you know, like a nice flat walk. Woo! This isn't so bad right here. So the snow is making the rocks slippery because it's melting in the sun, obviously, and then it's refreezing. So the gal that I've been hiking around fell yesterday on the snow on the rock. So if you're coming in after us and the snow hasn't melted, be careful. And again, this is coming out of Standing Indian Shelter, Standing Indian Mountain. So maybe it's where we're coming around the corner here. I wish I knew more about the mountains here. I could give you guys a little bit more information. I'm learning as you guys are. I'm seeing a lot more blazes in North Carolina, like almost it seems like every other tree. But I'm also seeing more downed trees on the trail. So yeah, it's kind of the differences I've noticed. I'm not going to jinx myself and say it's less rocky yet because I'm only like day one into North Carolina. This is kind of what I'm seeing today. A little bit of up, a little bit of down, smidge of flat. So it looks like there's a blue blaze right there. That is Beach Gap. Looks like a nice little camp area. So let's go down there. Yeah, they've got some tent sites up in here. Oh, I wonder if I should waterproof everything in there. It's a pretty tree. Oh, I'll keep going. Maybe I'll see a shelter and I can get everything waterproofed. So this is pretty much what I'm seeing today. The wind blowing the mist and fog sideways. I can't really see anything else. I don't know if you can see this trail. You know, everybody's like, oh, you've got like a 3-mile flat section coming up. Yeah, dude. These are like ankle turners. Oh, I'm enjoying when people are like, you got 6 miles downhill to go. Super easy, almost flat. Yeah, okay. Yeah. This isn't fast. Just trying not to twist my ankles. The thing that's tough with days like this is you're trying to keep your sweat down underneath your rain stuff when you're going uphill. And then if you stop to take a break, you get cold in like seconds. Or when you're going downhill, you get cold. So it's like I've layered and unlayered, and I've layered and I've unlayered so many times today between the rain and the cold. Oh, it's wearing me out. And I think this is the Southern Nantahala Wilderness. Looks like it's a national forest. Just came out of there. Getting ready to go up and hit the 100-mile mark. Woo, freezing. So, just trekking through the rain. Trying to get these miles done today. Looks like they've got a couple of 10 spots here. I'm almost done. I have about 4 miles. I'm at a little over 16 miles right now. So, I was just praying that the trail looks like this the last 4 miles. Ugh. That would be amazing. It doesn't seem like Appalachian Trail fashion. So I suspect it's not going to be like this for 4 miles, but I am so keeping my fingers crossed. I've got about a 500-foot climb, but I think a lot of this is just kind of heads downhill. So we've had sun today, and then we had sun for like an hour, and then the misty fog that gets everything wet rolled in, and it's been raining for probably about, I don't know, 7 or 8 hours. And it's been cold, and the wind's been blowing since last night. The wind actually blew quite a bit, and quite hard last night. So I kept thinking my tent that's so set up so nicely was going to blow down right on top of me. Every time the wind would kick up really bad, I'd feel on top of me to see if my tent was laying on me. I'm going to figure out which town to have the hubby send my big Agnes to. It's not going to be as waterproof. It's heavier, but I can roll into camp, pop the tin pole out, snap it in, put the top on, stake it down if I want to, and call it good. I don't have to play with the lines, move them in and out, tighten them, make sure the poles are in the right spot, and then get in and realize that nothing is where it needs to be. Oh, I've watched videos, I've tried everything to try to make that tent work. It's just not. So, all right, let's get to the end of this day. Hopefully I'll get down there before it gets dark on top of everything else. Oh, I haven't drank enough water today. So it is cold, and then the water you're filtering is ice cold. Like it's brain freeze every single time I take a drink. So I have not drank enough water today, but I will drink some. I did drink a whole liter of electrolytes and some water, but like I said, it's just, you're cold and it's like brain freeze when you go to drink it. Oh. I'll get rehydrated tomorrow.